We call this meeting to order. I like that. Determine that a quorum is present. Commissioner Wardlaw, Commissioner Vasquez, Commissioner Nettleton, Commissioner Flores, and myself, we're all here. Pledge of Allegiance, Commissioner Nettleton, if you would lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 4, approve minutes from previous meetings.
The minutes of April 17th.
Move. Second. I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. We're going to go to item 10, present a resolution honoring Ms. Valverde and Ms. Valverde's Teen Pageant Court. And in a minute, we're going to want a picture also. That's to Ms. Teen. Proclamation, Ms. Valverde Teen Month. Whereas Ms. Valverde Teen Pageant is the first step in participation in the Miss Teen USA organization and an international company that advances and supports today's women. Whereas the organization strives to provide mentoring, career training, resources, and life experiences for women to be personally enriched through the organization's year-round support of all aspects of their lives, from their own personal career goals to social and humanitarian causes and work. Whereas the contestants are representatives of our community who will be ages 14 through 18 by December 31st, 2020. Whereas the contestants perform community service throughout the competition. Whereas the Miss Valverde Teen Pageant competition for 2019-2020 was held on Thursday, April 18th, 2019. Whereas 6 young ladies competed for the title of Miss Teen Valverde. Whereas Ms. Natalia Sanchez was crowned as Miss Valverde Teen for 2019-2020. Whereas Ms. Isabel Davis was named first runner-up, Ms. Nicole Mesa was named second runner-up, and Ms. Serena Sandoval was named third runner-up. Whereas these young ladies embody the characteristics of hard work, commitment, and selfishness in our community. Now, therefore, Valverde County Commissioners Court hereby proclaims May 2019 Miss Valverde Teen Month and encourages Valverde County residents to acknowledge those teens who have achieved goals, perform community service, and make themselves productive members of our community. That's Miss Teen.
Do you have a signed copy?
Wherever you want to start, Mayor. You want to start over there? That'll work.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And it's okay because the county judge is nervous too. So. And here in a minute, we'll get a picture if y'all don't mind. Proclamation, Miss Valverde Month. Whereas Miss Valverde Pageant is the first step in participating in the Miss USA organization and international company that advances and supports today's women. Whereas the organization strives to provide mentoring, career training, resources, and life experiences for women to be personally enriched through the organization's year-round support of all aspects of their lives, from their own personal career goals to social and humanitarian causes and work. Whereas the contestants are representatives of our community who will be ages 18 through 28 by December 31st, 2020. Whereas the contestants perform community service throughout the competition. Whereas Miss Valverde Pageant competition for 2019-2020 was held on Thursday, April 18th, 2019. Whereas 9 young ladies competed for the title of Miss Valverde. Whereas Miss Ariana Rodriguez was crowned Miss Valverde for 2019-2020. Whereas Miss Elaine Oyama was named first runner-up, Miss Emma Escamilla was named second runner-up, and Miss Leslie Muñiz was named third runner-up. Whereas these young ladies embody the characteristics of hard work, commitment, selfishness in our community. Now, therefore, the Valverde County Commissioners Court hereby proclaims May 2019 as Miss Valverde Month and encourages Valverde residents to acknowledge those young people who set and achieve goals, perform community service, and make themselves productive citizens in our community. Congratulations. How'd I do? Thank you. Congratulations. If y'all don't mind, can we get a picture, Karen? Real quick? Ladies, would y'all come around back and we'll get a picture real quick? What do you get, giving a proclamation or what do you have?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Do you have the pretty one?
The pretty one she
I
has.
was gonna say they're all pretty, right?
No, the pretty proclamation.
Y'all get the front, get up front? Maybe she shouldn't get up front. Come over here. Live next to Gus.
And make room for Miss Claudia there too. There we go.
I thought I was
Perfect, right there. Let's turn a little bit this way.
Can you see Commissioner Vasquez? I can see Commissioner Vasquez.
Well, we already know how to smile.
Is that all right?
Yes, I was gonna say, can Commissioner Wardlaw Vasquez move over just a bit, because you can barely see the judge. There you go, now,
there we go.
there you go, there you go.
Smile.
Very nice. On the count of 3. 1, 2,
One more.
2 more. 1, 2, 3. Awesome.
Congratulations. We will get these signed. Okay, thank y'all so much. And, I think you said that they do community work and they do painting the courthouse? Wait a minute.
Our motto is the crown is for the people.
Okay, thank y'all so much. Have a good day. I'm a little nervous.
Judge, the one with the blue background is for them, do you guys wanna sign
And we'll
them?
sign it here.
Right now?
Number 5, citizens' comments. We have Bobby Paul. Mr. Paul? Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Morning.
No, I would just like to address y'all over some problems we had there at the fairgrounds. I think we had one Friday, Saturday, we had a big one. But, started out, everything went real well with the bull riding, and then afterwards, you know, play music and people stay a couple hours more, hour and a half. Well, the lights went out, and I thought it had blown a fuse, or I didn't, you know, I don't know so much about the lighting system, but just people started leaving, and without the lights, I think the water was off too. But we have bull handlers feeding and watering bulls in there. Very dangerous. You get in there and all of a sudden it's dark. They're separating bulls. You have a lot of out-of-town people, like in skyboxes and things. Those lights go out and they're still up there. They could, you know, fall down if you've ever seen them or been up in them. And in the same thing in the grandstand. People are up there talking, visiting. All of a sudden everything goes out. And, you know, it's a public safety. And the people that were in some of them still, you know, of course, they were complaining. People started leaving, and we get a lot of out-of-town people. It's not just local people. There's a lot of out-of-town people, which some of you are very familiar with. And like I said, you know, they feed the livestock, they separate the bulls, they do a lot of work back there. Very dangerous for those people, too. And then you get we had to get the trucks and some pickups and stuff turning on the lights just to feed them. We couldn't get the lights, you know, to come back on. And then I found out, once you turn them off, you can't just switch them back on or they'd blow out or something. And anyway, that was, I don't believe I've ever had that happen unless it's caused by, a storm or something. And I would like to also say that, I had the people that are all like Rafter G, they're all from all over. I think we have 20-something states represented by the riders and everything else. We'll have people going to stay and play music, visiting like usually they do. Tourism is a big deal, I think, in this town. Well, a lot of people were very unhappy about this, a lot of out-of-town people. And anyway, that was one of the main things is public safety and the tourism and then you had my concessions, which cost us a lot of money. They just started shutting down. They thought, well, it's over. And people, still had tokens. And you can't go and say, oh, I want my money back. So they're all complaining. So I had a tremendous amount of complaints, like it was me doing it. And while this was all out, they stole the George Paul sign, big sign, and so a couple other things, and that, it just things happen. People do things. And I don't think that should have happened, and it hadn't happened, and this is our 42nd year, and maybe it's happened 2 or 3 times during big storms or something, but you just, something needs to be done about that, because I'm the one that catches all the, brunt of the thing. People get mad and they blame, well, why didn't you do this? Well, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you have a backup system? Why? Well,
So bottom line, it was just lights, stuff
well,
like
it was
that.
lights, and whoever's supposed to be fooling with all that
Well,
stuff.
and I'm sure, Mr. Paul, that, I think all of us have heard it between Saturday to now, but it'll be taken care of.
Well, I certainly hope so.
No, and I think the person that we hired for the job, he'll do a good job for us. And he's already set up measures to fix it and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Well, I'm sure he has, but what he needs to do too before he goes doing things is ask if you don't know. I don't know a lot of things, and I have people that do know. I don't
Well,
just...
and we'll take that into consideration, but we'll make sure it doesn't happen again. All right?
All right, well, thank you very
No,
much.
thank you, sir.
And I don't even like to be up here complaining to you. I don't think you've ever heard me, but this went a little overboard.
Yeah,
Thank you.
No, make sure. Thank you so much. Item number 6, do we have any subdivision plans? None. Item number 7, approve monthly reports from elected officials.
Motion to approve.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton. Second,
Second.
Commissioner Vasquez. Okay. We have a motion and we have a second. All those in favor? 5-0 vote. Approve bills for payment.
Motion.
Have a motion, Commissioner Wardlaw. Second, Commissioner Nettleton. Any discussion? All those in favor? 5-0 vote. They went to go get a seal to put on that deal, so as soon as they get there. Item 10, we've already done. Item number 11, payment of wages to county crews for work at Laughlin Air Force Base. This is something that Commissioner Nettleton had brought up, but we've already set the money aside there at Laughlin, and I think Commissioner Nettleton?
Yeah, in order to get this project done, because we have a lot of other projects going on, I would like for us to, instead of them getting comp time for extra, is to pay them their actual overtime out of the money we've set aside, to include any of the road crews that volunteer to work extra hours, and including the foremen that volunteer to work.
That's a motion.
That's a motion.
We have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Lease of fairgrounds for events primarily using motor vehicles. This is something that we were asked to bring back. I didn't know
Has
whether
the Fairgrounds Committee reviewed this? Not yet.
I don't think so.
Not yet.
No, table, bring it back.
Yeah, let's table it and have a Fairgrounds Committee.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, to table.
Second.
A second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Mr. Rodriguez, monthly treasurer's report.
No action necessary.
No action needed. Thank you, sir. Number 14, present monthly county auditor's report.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Any questions on the report submitted?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, seconded by, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Submit annual financial audit for year ended September 30th, 2018. Matt, you want to go over with us specific?
The audit committee did a great job of going over.
And who's on that audit
Going over
committee?
Yeah.
You are on the audit committee.
Oh, my God.
Is there anything you wanted to touch on?
There's a couple of issues I want to touch on.
Okay.
One of them is on page 121. It's the tax rates for all the entities.
Okay.
If you look at the tax rates over the last 10 years for each entity,
Hang on a second, please.
it really kind of surprised me. The county's increased by 6 cents. The school district actually has only increased by 0.0069. Comstock has increased 15 cents. Rock Springs has increased 11 cents. And this is the one that really gets me, is the city of Del Rio's tax rate has increased by 12.40% in the last 10 years.
Okay.
That is a massive amount of stuff.
You're talking about the direct and overlapping rates?
Yes. Yeah, I think the public needs to know where the tax increases are.
Okay.
It appears when you look at the overall revenue, which is on page 119, when you look at the total numbers, if you back out the GO money, our total revenue for all funds is down by $1,154,000 over the last 10 years. I'm taking year 2009 and taking 2018. So we've actually had a loss of revenue, although we've had an increase in general fund money by $3 million. And our expenditures have increased to $2 million, so that means we're actually doing pretty dang good.
Now it'd be better if we could do some further analysis on backing out that geo. We do have the data.
Yeah,
We can do that.
I tried to back out the GEO the best I could, so those numbers may be off a little bit, but, you know, just trying to get a comparison over the last 10 years of where we were and where we're at and what those numbers look like.
It would be, and we can isolate that on the prior financial reports, which I assume that you have on a shelf somewhere at your home.
Probably.
And we can pull those out. And we can pull those out.
It's just interesting that the overall revenues, when you look at all funds on that page, are actually down $1,154,000. The actual property tax revenue has increased by $3 million, and the expenditures have increased by $2 million. That's all.
Okay.
We sat through I guess an exit review yesterday, and some of the stuff in this little blue deal that we need to come up with and fix, there's already been measures probably on more than half of them in order to
On those
fix.
comments, yes.
So, I mean, what they came up with that we needed to do, it looks like we're already doing it. So it was just, I guess, between the end of last year, or last fiscal year, that this is for, and now we've already taken measures to correct almost everything in this.
Correct.
What's the official name of the blue deal?
The blue deal. It's gonna be one of those days. I know.
It is.
Val Verde County, Texas, comments, recommendations, and management response for the year ended September 30th, 2018. That's the blue deal.
And this court has done a phenomenal job. I can remember when the blue deal was bigger than the audit of the stuff that needed to be fixed. So we've come a long way in the last 8-9 years.
Sure, and just real quick to show on our net position increased approximately $750,000. And as you can see on the gray, that's our restricted cash, that's primarily your bonds and your notes. And, blue is our capital assets. You can see that over the years it's being converted into our capital assets as it's supposed to, and that's adding to our net position. The other part on our net position was GASB 75 was instilled this year, and that's other post-employee benefits, which is our health care up to 65, and we had to accrue all the liability on that, and that was a $1.4 million ding on our balance sheet. Now, we are exempt from actually having to pay that because we are below 75,000. So if the court chooses to waive that, they can do that at any time, increasing that position by $1.4 million. Our general fund, which is our primary chief operating fund, as we can see, the fund balance approximately went up 210% this year. And we know that we just structured things a little bit differently, and we've captured some things that were not captured before. So that's the reasoning for that. And you can see out of that $5.2 million total, we already have assigned 2.3, and that's for the capital expenditures this year, and that is for also the 1800 series of funds that we have set aside. Let's see what else we can go over. This is going into our tax-supported debt. I do know that people look at our debt and they think we have a lot of debt, but our debt is actually self-supporting debt from revenue from the state of Texas. This is our actual tax-supported debt. Our actual tax-supported debt from property taxes is at $6.1 million, and you can see that's clearly below the Texas Constitution of $538 million, which we are limit. And of course, the AG's statutory recommended limit is $8.8 million per year of payments. So we are significantly below our limit.
One of the other things that had come up also was that our reserves, I think ending 2018, we had 67 days.
Correct. We have 67 days, and the outside auditor is recommending anywhere from a floor of 60 to approximately 75, and we are smack in the middle of that.
So it's all good.
You guys did a great job managing the book this year.
Do we need to
Motion
take
to
action?
approve and to place in the minutes.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton. Second, Commissioner Flores. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 5-0 vote.
You're going to place that online too?
Yes, sir.
Item 16, schedule pre-construction conference for Texas CDBG 7218075, San Felipe Pastures, Rancho del Rio Water Lines Project for Wednesday, May 1st, 2019, 11 a.m. Val Verde County Courthouse Commissioners Meeting Room, 207B, East Lozoya, Del Rio, Texas. Your motion?
I make motion.
Second.
Motion, Commissioner Wardlaw, second, Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Item 17, submit a request to TxDOT to adjust speed at intersection of Highway 90 and Kingsway.
We've had quite a few wrecks, and several of them have been 18-wheelers, and the problem is they have the speed at 70 miles an hour until you get to the curve, and then they drop it to 50, and you're trying to stop. I've had two incidences where I almost got run over trying to cross on a wet day. That surface there is really slick. The light turned green. I started to take off. I saw a truck coming, and I stopped. He was trying to stop, and he slid all the way across the intersection. There was a wreck the other day. They need to either do something about the surface on it or to reduce the speed. I'd like to make a motion to authorize the judge to send a letter to TxDOT to ask them to review that intersection on speed and surface of the roadway.
Have a motion?
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Transfer a maintenance truck from use by 4-H to the fairgrounds.
We had bought that new Suburban, so the truck that Emily had, the maintenance person's going to use, which leaves that other maintenance truck, and I want to transfer it to the fairgrounds so they have an extra truck. I'll make a motion to transfer the 4-H maintenance truck over to the fairgrounds.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton. Couldn't get out.
That's all right. I think I'll work. Don't call me late for lunch.
Second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Gustavo. Item 19 is Texas CDBG contract
roll
7218026, Ridgeline Project Draw Number 7, requesting $14,458 from KSA Engineering Inc. for invoice number 74973 and invoice number 75058, and authorize county judge and county auditor to sign.
Judge, I'll make a motion to approve, draw number 7 and have, judge and auditor sign.
Have a motion, Commissioner Flotis? Who said? Second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? All right, 5-0 vote. Mr. Mooskis.
Good morning, Judge and Court.
Go ahead.
You,
Item 20, update.
there you go. There's a picture of the women's shelter and the progress. The fence has been completed, and as you can see, the parking lot has also been completed and striped. There's some car bumpers we're going to put on there just to keep anyone from tapping the fence. So,
Mr. Mooskis,
yes, sir.
is that red oak on the fence?
No, that's just regular Home Depot oak. No, it's cedar. Next, our maintenance department will be painting the exterior, doing some touch-ups on the inside, new water heater, an exchange of the water heaters. The new one has come in, so we'll be getting that worked on, followed by, I've got 2 or 3 contractors give me quotes for the safety rails on the ramps and stairs, which you cannot see there because it's on the inside of the fence. IT department's working on communication networks. They've got cameras up and functional. There's some adjustments that need to be done, and I spoke to Mr. Barrera yesterday, and he's well on his way to getting that complete shortly, within 5 to 6 days, he said. I got an update from Spectrum as far as providing us the internet connection that we'll need for communications as well for our phones and TVs, and they've given a new estimate, actually a completion date of June the 6th, but they do give themselves a little cushion. They really don't want to commit right to the day, so those move from week to week on the updates. We are currently looking for design and cost quotes for the landscaping, so we can make a decision which way we want to go with that. And I'll bring that back to the court when I have those quotes. You know. We'll continue to work on. We've got some playground equipment to put in there, and as we get closer, we just go after each little detail. Another little detail is the balance on the account is $2,000, and I'm estimating we're probably maybe needing about an additional $10,000 to
Well,
complete.
get us a firmer number.
Well, that'll take 2 weeks until the next court, which will put us in the middle
I
of
can tell
May.
you, your landscaping alone is gonna be over $10,000.
Well, I'm just looking at getting everything else but that. I'll come back with that because I don't have a firm price and everything. But what we've got scheduled is, we're gonna be liking some funds.
The landscaping, can we do it in-house? I mean, what's it involve? I mean,
You gotta put in irrigation.
Well, we need a design
grass,
first,
trees,
so-
Design.
Precinct 3 can do it.
Yeah,
Easy.
we have the base, we have everything else. We need to do a design build on it.
And that's what we're getting quotes on now.
You want to bring something back in 2 weeks, and get you more money? That work, put an item, requesting funds. Item 21, execute a rental agreement between Val Verde County and Spectrum VoIP to provide voice over internet provider phone equipment with accessories. Can you hold on 1 minute? Let's present these two, please.
Yes.
Ladies, if y'all want to come up, we'll give these to y'all. I know y'all have school and everything else that y'all are wanting to get back to. And that was y'all's. That was yours. Thank y'all so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
so much. We are taking them to school.
And we'll get the paint ready for the courthouse.
I ain't coming back.
Yeah. All right, sorry, Mr.
No
Richards.
problem, that's good. I provided, our county attorney with a copy of the rental agreement for Spectrum VoIP, and this would be providing us 215, phones, replacing every single phone that we have in the county.
And what we pay right now is over 7,000, is that right, for the system?
On a monthly basis, yeah.
And this one would be 3,900.
3,900, yes.
So we're gonna be saving money and there's no cost on equipment.
There's no upfront cost, that is correct.
So
This will be a lease,
Right off the bat, we're saving about half.
yes,
And we had budgeted money to do this, and then it ended up coming in for nothing.
yes.
We budgeted 240.
240, 270.
240.
That's great.
We're gonna leave some there for network.
No, I understand that, but I mean, yeah, but I mean, that's good.
Okay,
Need a motion?
I need a motion to,
Motion to approve the rental contract.
Motion Commissioner Nettleton, seconded by? Second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? 5-0 vote. Item 22, purchase by Precinct 4 a John Deere 333G compact track loader for the price of $62,000.29. Wow, I couldn't round it up. 2016 tax account.
that's the exact invoice
All
somehow.
right,
Second.
have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Nettleton, any discussion? All those in favor? 5-0 vote. Item 23, purchase by precinct number 4 of a John Deere Z740R Z-Track mower with, I don't know, wheels? What are wheels?
Twills.
So tires that don't have air in the back.
Oh, the ones with the,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, like
I'm
that.
like, wow, I thought I'd missed it. For a price of $15,608.82 from the 2016 tax note account.
That'd be track mowers.
Yeah,
It's two of them.
Involved in this purchase, and I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
On motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? 5-0 vote. Declare the following items as surplus property for proper disposition. Disposition may include, but is not limited to, auctioned, reassigned, recycled, destroyed, donated, or burnt.
You can scratch out the donated part, okay? We don't donate
We don't
any of our
donate
scrap.
that.
Our scrap, yeah. We'd rather burn it.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? 5-0 vote.
It's been wonderful.
Thank you. Has it been a dream? Item 25, execute a contract between Valverde County and Democracy Live, Inc.
Yes, sir.
The purpose of providing fully compliant UOCAVA MOVE Act services through Omni Ballot Online to qualified Valverde County voters and approve the annual fee of $3,600, which is proposed to be paid from the clerk's computer maintenance budget, and authorize the county judge to sign.
This is your voting list?
Yes, the county for the last 5 years has used Democracy Live through a grant in the Secretary of State's office. And so they've been handling all our military voters. They take care of sending them all the notices, all the paperwork, takes care of sending the ballot, keeps track of the ballot. They're able to go online and track their ballot. Those are all requirements that we have, but we don't have the capacity to do it ourselves. And so now we've been using it for 5 years. They're going on their own. And so to the people that have been working with them, they're offering them the contract. I have enough money in my maintenance.
So you're saying the state's not gonna pay for it anymore?
No, sir. You gotta go.
Not one of them unfunded
And
mandates.
this year, it's going to be, I have an invoice here. I think it's 3,600.
Yeah, I noticed it goes to 4,500 next year.
Then next year it'll go to 4,500, so I'll just take that into account when I prepare my budget. on the
And we're taking this out of your, why are we not taking it out of elections?
I don't think we have enough money there right now. We'd have to
I
wait
don't know.
till, we'd have to wait for the new budget to put it in there.
We don't have any money in
As part of the
elections,
expenses.
or what?
We don't have anything right now. No, because we got to pay the poll pads. That's what's spending. There's only like
Who would know?
20,000, I
Huh?
think,
Who would know?
now, or
Just ran
20-something.
elections.
And the poll pads are gonna be
There's no money in
39,
there. There's no money in there.
so.
Oh, you know?
There's no money.
There's no money, we used it up.
Mhm.
So next year, when we set the election budget, we need to set money for
4,500.
Okay.
Motion to take it out.
I mean, I can take it out of my computer maintenance line item now. I have enough money there to pay.
I understand, it's just,
But
it's
next
an
year-
election-related issue. I thought if we
Yes.
had money in the election accounts, we would take it out of there, but since we don't, we'll take it out of the one we want, and next year we'll budget money for it. Motion
Okay.
to approve the contract and take the money out of, computer maintenance for this year.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, seconded by?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? 5-0 vote. Item 26, approved bond for newly appointed Justice of the Peace Precinct 1, Roberto Castillo, and other necessary action.
Yes, sir. This is the regular bond that the other JPs have, but because he was appointed in the middle of the year, we had to get a bond on him.
We have a
So this
motion
is- this
by
is
Commissioner
regular
Wardlaw.
Routine.
Seconded, Commissioner Flores. Sorry about that, Jay. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Item 27, present order by 63rd and 81st Judicial Judges setting salary in the amount of $115,000 for Valverde County Auditors, and appointing and setting salary in the amount of $15,000 for the 4th Assistant County Auditor for inclusion in the Commissioners Court minutes. The $15,000, we'd actually approved it a while back, and set money already aside for that one.
This was a request from.
Do we approve this, or we just accept
You're
it?
actually just ratifying it and authorizing the expense.
Not even
because-
ratifying, just inclusion in the minutes.
Yes, because Judge Cadena wanted it placed in the minutes, and the only way to do it is to bring it to the court.
So you're just gonna put it in the minutes then?
Yes,
That'll
sir.
work.
That's
Thank
what the
you.
statute requires.
Item 28,
That's a
approved
lot.
bond in relation to the Office of Valverde County Auditor and other necessary action.
Okay, it was time to get Matt's bond renewed. And so again, this is like the regular elected officials bond. It is for $5,000, and it is made payable to Valverde, to the district judges, excuse me.
It's only $5,000. That's
It's-
all they require?
It's probably more, I just haven't gotten, we're reviewing all those.
It seems like an awful low bond considering that they handle pretty much all the money for the county.
I think I did the county auditor says 5,000 minimum, I'm reading it here, 5,000 minimum payable to the district judges, local government code 84.007.
Someone, where are we getting the money for like this one and then the bond for Mr. Castillo?
I think there's a line item for the bonds.
No, because there was some, the last time when we all got sworn in, there was some confusion or something where the money was
There was
coming.
just a confusion on who was
PO
covering
process.
the funds.
Okay.
Correct, not on financing the funds.
Okay, so we're good.
We're good, correct.
This is a minimum of $5,000.
Yes.
So what does
You
the
want
bond cover?
Uh,
If they embezzle money, then the bond covers it? Or,
Really?
I'm just asking, what is the purpose of the bond?
It's in the statute. There's no purpose for it.
There's no purpose.
I mean,
It just
realistically.
requires us to spend money and it has no...
It just says faithfully perform the duties of county auditor. That's what it says.
Yeah, it's realistically.
You can increase the amount if you
Motion to
want.
approve. No,
And we
I just-
can,
I just wondered what it covered.
Yeah.
We have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor?
Sorry.
5-0 vote. Item 29.
Thank
Joe
you.
Frank. Thank you, ma'am. Request issuance of county credit card for Valverde SO Crime Victims Advocate.
Motion to approve.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, seconded by
Second.
Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Item number 30, HR Monthly Report from April 4th, 2019 through May 1st, 2019.
Motion to approve.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? 5-0 vote.
Boy, she made your life easy.
Yeah, a lot. How'd you like that?
Yeah, that's like fancy there.
Executive session items that may result in action in open session, closed session consultation pursuant to Texas Government Codes A. 551.071, parentheses 1, contemplated litigation, B, 551.071, parentheses 2, attorney-client privilege, and C, 551.072, the purchase, exchange, lease, and value of real property. Take a little break and we'll go into executive session.
Do you need to go into executive session?
Yes.
You said we had an hour on the conference call.
The judge canceled it.
Oh, yeah, but I wanted to go over some of the stuff that we've done.
Can I talk to you for a second? What is the
Ms. Ramon, you ready?
Yes, sir, it's on.
Okay, it's 10 o'clock. We'll come back into session. No action was taken. Commissioners' comments? County judges' comments? None? Meeting's adjourned.